here. Oh, all right. So, welcome everybody to 111 Residential Commercial Wiring. My name's Tom Brown. I'm gonna be your instructor for this course over the next 8 weeks, and hopefully get a little bit of some electrical learning done for you guys. So today today I got set up. It's more like an introductory, what we're going to be looking at, what we're the things we'll expect. I'll try to go through some of the Blackboard things and stuff like that to show you, what the class layout's going to be. Basically, all the homeworks and quizzes and any article summaries and whatnot, even the final, it's all done in Blackboard. And like I say, all these meetings we're going to do, I'll have set up as video recordings. And what I'll do is I got basically everything's laid out for a daily course and then for each day. So I'll have today's video under day 1 and the next one will be under day 2 and so on. So if you can't make it to the classes, you can come in and go ahead and view these later if you need to. I have PowerPoint presentations for everything, so we'll go over stuff. But in this class, that's kind of, as we got a lot of stuff to cover, a little bit amount of time. So I cram a lot of homework in. But if you're not able to meet the deadlines or something like that, something come up, you can't do the homework on that day or something, let me know. I posted my cell phone numbers available, my email, reach out, text me. This is the texting day and age, right? So reach out and text me and let me know, and we can work out different dates for homework due dates if you need to, if something comes up or whatnot. I get it, life happens. But today, like I say, it's an introductory course, so I'd like to go through my little introductory spiel with you guys. Let's see if I can pull this all up here. Oh, like I say, it's Electech 111. Hold on. Yeah, electrical wiring, residential, commercial. And basically we cover all the basics. So for today, pretty much like I say, we'll go through introduction, expectations, kind of the course content. We'll look at the book a little bit. We'll take a look at my syllabus to show you what we're going to be looking at schedule-wise. Unfortunately, the tool list, we won't really need to do so much. We're not going to be doing the hands-on lab part of it, but we still get through. I mean, the main deal of this course is to get you used to the basic concepts and really to introduce you to the NEC, the code book, and to get you kind of used to being able to look stuff up in the code book if you needed to, and where to find that information and stuff like that. That's my main goal. So you're familiar with it. If you needed to be able to wire something up, what the do's and don'ts are and that kind of thing. So
you go off the 2017 code book. Is that the most recent one that you go off of, or?
Yeah, what the code book, they update it like about once every 3 years, give or take. That's not set in stone, but the new code book is coming out. It's the 2020, but we're not going to implement that in the courses until the fall. So yeah, right now we're on the 2017 NEC, and the Uglies book is the same way. They update the Uglies book to follow the code. So the Uglies book for right now is the 2017 Uglies book too. If you're not able to get the book, or if you're not able to get the Uglies book or something like that, I do on Blackboard, I do have the Uglies book, the building drawings and the textbook are all there electronically. So you'd be able to look in there as well if you need to. But yeah, right now we're all on 2017.
All right. We work for the same company. I work for ATS as well.
Did you work for ATS?
I still do.
Oh, do you? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did some work for them for a while out in East Peoria, Cat or KK.
So you know Mac, the supervisor Mac over there,
Mac, I think.
Phil McIntosh.
I don't know. I'd have to let me think. Trying to remember who I had. 'Cause I had a couple of different supervisor guys over there. Well, ATS changes supervisors a lot.
Yeah, they do.
You know, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. No. But yeah, I worked for them for a few years on and off. Yes, they actually did some work for them back in the repair facility at corporate.
Corporate.
Yeah, for a couple of years. That one wasn't as fun actually. You had to actually attend every Friday meeting with them. I tell you what, that was one of the best things in the world was getting out of those Friday meetings. Oh,
Yeah, they're a little old, aren't they?
a little bit. Yeah, since we were right in the corporate building, we had to literally attend every Friday meeting live. I'll tell you what, starting off 7 o'clock in the morning with a nice fun meeting like that is not the way to go.
I agree.
Yeah, this is a little bit about me. I worked in Chicago for several years as an electrician. I started off with a company called Econ Electric, and then I switched over to another company called Daniels Electric Company for several years, and then one day I thought I'd go to school, so I went and got my bachelor's degree in electronics engineering, and then from there I jumped out and I went to California for several years, and then too much dip and rise in there with the job market, so I gave that up and came back to Illinois and moved out to LaSalle County for several years, and then kind of slowly migrated down, got closer to Peoria, and yeah, I worked for ATS for a bit. I worked out at the Kohl's Distribution Center for a couple years too, and then now I'm not a doer anymore. Now I'm a teacher. So this is like we're getting to the close. This is actually the close of my first year of doing this with everybody. So that's been kind of fun. Hopefully everybody gets a good thing going with this. But yeah, usually what I do too, it's so hard with the video thing is I go around and ask everybody, to state who they are or what they're in. Because I know in this class I got several guys are from the HVAC, either certificate or going for their associates, but we get a good mix, HVAC guys, and then I know we get several guys going for their industrial electricity thing. Are you guys, well, go for it. Because we don't have very many people here today, do we? No, not many at all, unfortunately. But are you guys going for the HVAC degree, or are you going for the industrial electrical degree?
HVAC.
Me, Stevie, and Hunter, I believe, are going for the HVAC.
I'm in the HVAC too.
HVAC.
HVAC. Yeah.
HVAC degree.
Unfortunately, a lot of times you go in and you're gonna have to pull the line from the panel down to your AC or your furnace or both, and wire that bad boy up yourself, right? So, so this will definitely get you through that. we don't do, we do take a look at like appliances and loads, like in the second half of the class. So you'll be able to see exactly how we do that. But yeah, you'd literally have to go in, and most times, you know, depending if you got like a new installation, pop your own breaker in, pull your own line down and that whatnot. So we cover that. Most times, you know, you're generally, everything's all installed. So, but yeah, we kind of look at both of those and everything. So, no, this is, like I say, this is a good standalone class. Um, this is pretty much what we expect, right? What do I bring? I give you my knowledge. I'll give you set up the classes, and the labs I have set up, unfortunately, are all like, there's only a couple, since we're not able to actually get in the hands-on lab. So what you're gonna do is more like the building drawings that we'll go over, because we do take a look at the building drawings still. I want you to be able to at least be able to take out a set of prints and look at it and be able to at least do the layout. Even as an HVAC, you know, because you're going to be able to go through and look, okay, what's my furnace going to need here, right? So you need to be able to size it and stuff like that. So we'll look at that. I also do another lab, which is like a service entrance calculation, where literally I'm going to give you like three worksheets, and we got to go through the building prints and figure out, okay, what am I going to need here to wire up this house? So, you know, like right from scratch. And a lot of times, if you were to be an electrician, that's what they would have on the job is a worksheet like that. You know, here's your set of prints. Now let's figure out what the heck we need to do here. So really, what I expect from you guys is, you know, read the stuff through if you can. The way the homework's set up, you're gonna have to read the book whether you like it or not. No. And it's not a bad book. I like it. He does a lot of information. You know, I mean, he did some good pictorials and stuff, so you're able to see what he's talking about. I always think a good picture is worth a lot. You know, because you can talk all day long and still without the picture you can't. Oop, going the wrong way here. And then, yeah, I'm a big one on safety, safety, safety. I mean, this stuff will kill you. And not only will it kill you, it will hurt the whole time you're dying. No. So safety is a biggie, you know. I always believe in, I mean, in class, of course, because then we're wiring stuff up, but electrician rule, you know, one hand in your pocket. And why do they say that? Because if you have both hands out, you can conduct across your heart, and that's when it stops. So if you only have one hand, you know, you can't get the arc across your heart. Yeah, it's still gonna hurt like hell, but you aren't gonna die. So one hand in the pocket, no rings on my fingers, you know. I don't keep jewelry on. It's just a habit, because, you know, gold's a conductor. All that silver's a conductor. So safety, safety, safety. I'm a big one on safety. Ugly's book has got a lot of stuff on safety. Even towards the back of the book, they even have like steps. You can follow steps for disconnects, connects, and all that good stuff. But yeah, pretty much what we're gonna do. It's we're gonna go through the fundamentals. It's not real heavy on the math. There's a couple of areas where we're gonna have to do some calculations. I go through voltage drops, you know, over a given length of line, that kind of thing. So you have to be able to calculate, see how much voltage you're gonna lose over, you know, however many feet, that type of thing. I want you to be able to look at a set of prints and be able to recognize the symbols on there and be able to read it. I also introduce you to the NEC. We go through some NEC exercises so that way you're familiar. Okay, what's the code? Because the thing to remember now, the NEC, it's not enforceable anywhere. They literally, you know, everywhere you go, it's like the NEC is a guidebook, and that's really how it's laid out too. It's a guidebook. It's not a rule book. So they have guides in there, and it's kind of funny the things that they do cover, and kind of funny the things that they don't cover. Like example, the thing like where they specify how high switches and how high like receptacles have to be in a house are not set by the NEC. Believe it or not, that's set by the Handicapped Association, because handicap, they say, okay, it has to be so high for handicapped people to be able to reach. And that's who actually regulates. It's kind of weird who gets involved with all this stuff. But yeah, we'll go through and we'll look at the, wiring methods required by NEC, do's and don'ts, switches and outlets, being able to substitute stuff. Like if you go into, and God knows they're still out there, substituting new plugs and receptacles for old ones, if you have to install new wiring, indoor and outdoor, how to check your work. And so basically by the end of this course, you should be able to install pretty much every basic thing. Like if you were to work around your house, be able to replace stuff and things like that. And this is the book that we use, all three, like, the textbook, electrical, residential wiring, Mullins, and then the Ugley's electric reference. I love that book so much. Like I was saying earlier, I still have that beat up copy that I always had in my tool bag. My covers are gone off my Ugley's book. I had to keep it in a Ziploc freezer bag because it was so beat up. But that thing is awesome. It's got stuff in there for just about every kind of electrical work you could possibly imagine. So I always had that thing with me. They do make other ones too. They got Ugley's makes all kinds of little reference books, which is kind of cool. But that's our books that we're going to use for the course. And I'll go basically at the end of this, we'll go through the syllabus and show you. I got it laid out even by like what weeks, what chapters we'll cover, what I expect you guys to go through and be able to do. And like I say, everything is on the course calendar for due dates. And if you can't make it for a homework or something like that, let me know. And we'll definitely, make sure you can get it in and when the time that, work's getting in the way or something like that, something came up, emergencies, God knows what. But yeah, everything's done in Blackboard. So, you shouldn't have any trouble getting in there. Some of it's essay style, so I might have you write a paragraph about an article or something like that, read this article. Because when you get out there, no matter where you're working at, you're going to have to be able to do a report. At the end of the day, the boss wants to know, okay, what the hell did you do all day? And you got to write a report up or something, even if it's like, just a couple of sentences like, yeah, we did this over here, da, 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 da. This was my job, for your work orders and stuff like that. So I try to get people into, looking at technical stuff and being able to write about it. So we'll have a couple assignments like that. Normally these would be the tools you would have to have for the class, but we're not gonna be getting into all that. So this is all as like I say, this is all set up for if we were all in class, but yeah, complete everything. Homework's worth a bit. The homework's worth 30. I do the labs at 30. Quizzes in the final are 20% of your grade. So you can see there's 40%, but 60% is all under your control, really, right? Doing the homeworks, getting those all in. And the homeworks you get a couple of tries on. So if you do the one try and it doesn't come out real well, we'll go back at it and do it again and resubmit it. And then, that way you'll get a good grade. And the same with the labs. I'll have a couple of tries on those and all the answers. I don't have very many labs set. Very many labs set up, but there are a couple of them that we do, like voltage drop exercises and the service entrance and stuff like that for calculations and be able to go through it. Oh, hold on here. I got chat. Oh. You may get a degree, huh, Monique? Okay, well, hopefully. Well, let me go through. I'll show you. If I can get this thing under control here. I will show you what I got set up in Blackboard. Oh, wrong button. So everything I have set up is all in Blackboard. Hopefully you guys can see all this on the side. Announcements, that's if I have anything coming up or something you need to be aware of, I'll throw that out there. Usually it'll email you too. So, but you can check that. Course information, that's where I've got all this, the syllabus is there. So there's my cell number, my email address. So if you do need to get in touch with me, like I say, go ahead and text me, you know. I'm all good with texting. Let me know who you are though, because you know I don't know who's whose phone numbers or what. And there's the layout we have, you know. So over the next 8 weeks, this is pretty much what we're going to cover. Like I say, I'm doing 2 chapters a week with homework, so I'm gonna come at you guys kind of fast and furious, I'm afraid, but we got a lot to cover. But if, you know, and if anything, you know, doesn't make sense or something like that, I'll always set these up. Like I come on at 12 o'clock, or if you need, you know, another time, or you need to meet with me or something like that, we can totally meet video wise, and I can help explain stuff to you and stuff like that. I don't want you to, you know, feel like if you're struggling with this, that you're all alone here. You know, I want to reach out to me. You know, and we'll get through it. And then under course content, that's where I've got the textbook, the whole full textbook's electronic on there. I got all the building. There's 10 building drawings. They're all in there too, and the uglies book too. So if you weren't able to get any of those things, there they are. So that way you can go through them. I don't know. I think it's kind of a pain in the ass to do it electronically because you're trying to look at the textbook and answer the questions on Blackboard. But if it works for you, then go for it. I like having the book out in front of me. I'm old school, you know. And then what I did was under this daily course content tab here, that's where I'll have laid out basically every day, all the way through, all the way to the very end here. So for like day one, you can go in and look, and it'll have, I'll have like the video recording of today. I'll have that posted on like a YouTube video. And then I do also do like, here's chapter one's actual PowerPoint. So if you don't want to read the book and you still want to get like, you know, the highlights of the book or something for chapter one, there it all is. There's the PowerPoint from today right there. I threw a couple of videos on there from these guys. They actually do a pretty good. They got a whole YouTube channel on there for electrical stuff that's pretty informative. And then on the bottom here, you'll see chapter one homework, and that's in Blackboard. And then I did a pre-test thing. So if you check your course calendar, you'll see a pre-test on there. It's not graded. It just kind of a thing to let me know and kind of let you know what you know, you know? No, but it'll just show you like basically what you're going to learn in this class. And because pretty much by the end of this class, you'll be able to breeze right through that pre-test and be able to answer pretty much everything on there. So it's just like a little, like, here's what you're going to learn. And then, so if you need, you know, check your under here, you should be able to look on Blackboard and find your course calendar. And, you know, I put due dates and everything. See, all mine's in the blue. So it'll show you when the due dates are. And like I say, if you're not able to get through it or something like that, you know, something comes up, you got a family emergency, work emergency, who knows what with all this crazy crap going on out there. And don't think it's a lot. Like I said, the chapter, I don't do every single, there's usually about 10 questions. And I do a couple of tries, you know what I mean? So go through, look at it and stuff, and answer the questions. You have to look through the chapter. Chapter one, it's pretty straightforward. It's a lot about just safety, so that shouldn't be too bad. And then chapter two, we start getting into actual electrical concepts. But most things these days, you're always going to start with the safety stuff. Even when you get into a new job, usually, you know, HVAC, electrical, you know, industrial, whatever you get into, you know, you're always going to start with some kind of safety crap in the beginning. They want to make sure, you're good and safe by OSHA standards and whatever else is going on out there. But yeah, I do that, and then you see, well, we'll meet on Wednesday, and we'll go through another lecture. But the way I got it laid out, pre-test I kind of made due tomorrow. It's like I say, just go through it and just answer them as best you can, as let you know what you know and lets me know what you know, and then you can kind of see what we're going to learn over the next 8 weeks. But I got the next 2 weeks laid out, so we got chapter 1 and 2 homework are due this week. I got one little article summary. We may not. I haven't made up my mind because I haven't been able to get a electronic copy of the NEC on here yet, so we might skip that code quiz. So don't sweat that one. And then, but that's pretty much this first week. It's all laid out for us here. And like I said, I even have this second week laid out, so you can kind of see where we're headed. And you can look over everything. Like I say, everything's pretty much set up. I don't have all the homework set up for every day yet, so just the first 4 days here are set up, so you can go in and look. But you can go ahead and look ahead if you wanted to, that kind of thing. But and if you have any, like I say, any questions at all, seriously, I mean, reach out to me. I'm totally open. You know, text away. In fact, most everybody texts me these days. So I'm not always available. Like if you text me at 3 a.m, I'm probably going to be sleeping. But but that's pretty much our layout and our agenda for today. Just to introduce you guys, kind of a meet and greet, and show you what we're all going to do and what we expect to do. Stop sharing that. And hopefully we get through this pretty good. And because even for HVAC, you're still going to have to go through and wire these guys up and stuff like that. So we'll show you a couple of the good practices and stuff, so you're familiar with that. A lot of times you have to bring in like a switch. Sometimes you have to bring in a receptacle for your HVAC. It all depends on what the setup is, you know. But and you have to be able to wire up your unit too. So you'll be able to do that. We'll show you through, you know, how to get your breaker in your panel, pull your line, and size it accordingly. Usually all the information is on the nameplates and the panels and stuff like that when you put in a furnace or an AC unit. And then I'll show you what calculations you're gonna have to figure out to properly install and size your wire. So it'll be good. Everybody usually does pretty good with this course. I'm not gonna say it's an easy A, because you're gonna have to work a little bit, but but usually the average for the classes, usually everybody comes out with a good solid A or B, and usually we have a lot of fun with it. It may seem like a lot in the beginning here, but no, it's not bad. And like I say, you'll be able to, depending on what you do, HVAC, you're going electrical apprentice, that kind of thing. This will set you up for all of that. And that's pretty much what I have for you guys today. It's a short one. The next couple ones will be longer, because then we'll actually start going through like all the chapters, you know, like when we meet on Wednesday, that's when I go over chapter 1. So kind of the way I set it up is you're going to go through and do the homework in chapter 1, and then we'll talk about it, you know, the next time. So that way, I don't know, I just felt that it's easier if everybody kind of read a little bit, and that way when they start talking about it, you got a little bit of knowledge and stuff like that going on. So if you have any questions, then we go, you know, that's the time to answer them and all that.
So chapter 1 homework is due Wednesday?
Yeah, it's not bad. Like I say, the chapter 1 is a lot on safety practices and that kind of thing. So we'll go over, my lecture will be on Wednesday, will be on chapter 1. And it's worked out pretty well so far. So don't be intimidated by it, you know, go through it and answer them, you know, the best you can. And if it seems like I say, if it seems like it's real difficult or it doesn't make sense to you, yeah, reach out to me. We can even jump on here if we need to, you know, if I need to show you stuff or something like that, we can do that, because I can open this up anytime. And that ID thing I sent you works basically anytime I open up a video session. That ID would link you into me. So it shouldn't be too bad. That's why I kind of like this software. It's pretty easy to use. So, but yeah. Chapter 1 homework will be due Wednesday. So go through that, and that's pretty. And then do the pretest too. So try to get through that, and then and that's not graded. So if you don't get through it, that's fine. But it's just kind of let you know and let me know kind of where we're all at, and that way we know what our expectations are over the course of the class. But that's pretty much what I got for you guys today. Oh, Jesus. The great thing about doing this stuff at home. But anybody have any questions or, comfortable with this? Seems like it'll be all right.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, everything I have is all set up through Blackboard, so you should be able to go through and answer them. Your grades aren't totally immediate. I do have to go through and answer, I do have to go through and grade them because not all answers come out right. So if it doesn't seem right to you, don't sweat it, or like I say, get a hold of me and I'll go through it and we'll get through it somehow. That I promise you. Nothing set in stone. I'm not like one of those hardcore teachers where, nope, that's it, you're done. No. But no, I believe you. Everybody, I mean, that's what learning is, right? You make mistakes and go, oh, damn it. And then, yeah, that's how we learn from this. That's what I feel anyway. But yeah, no, we'll get through it. Like I say, pretty much you'll have a homework pretty much every day so like every day we meet, you'll, like I say, we're going to try to do 2 chapters a week. So there should be like at least 2 homeworks a week for you guys. So keep you busy, keep you on your toes, right? But all right, no. So yeah, like I said, but yeah, if you need to get a hold of me, seriously, go ahead and text away. Yeah, let me know who you are, because otherwise I'll be like, oh, damn it, telemarketers. No. Let me know who you are, and then yeah, and hit me up, and we'll definitely get through it. But no, everybody does pretty good with this class. I haven't had too many problems, and like I say, I've done this for years and years, so there ain't nothing in here too hard to answer. So we'll get through it one way or the other. If it's not making sense, we'll get it to make sense. All right.
All right.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna stop recording then, and then